So for example number 4, um, we need to find the volume of a composite solid. Composite is just a fancy word of a combination of things. So we have something that looks like this, and then something that looks like this. And so we have a radius of 6 meters. We have a height of 5 meters. And then we have this cone that has the same radius of 6. And it has a height of 4. Okay? And we got to find the volume of this whole thing. Okay? So what we have is we have a cone and a cylinder combined. So what we really need is to find the volume of the solid. What we're going to have to do is find the volume of the cylinder and then add that to the volume of the cone. Okay? So our total volume is going to equal to the volume of the cylinder, and if you remember, that's just pi r squared times the height, plus basically the same thing. And we're going to say pi r squared, and we're going to call this h2 and h1. So if I had to label this, this is the height of the cylinder and this is the height of the cone. So we're just going to label that h1 and h2. Okay? So we'll call this the height of the cylinder h1 and we'll call this the height of the cylinder h2. Now this is the radius and the radius is the same for both. So I'm going to have pi 6 squared plus this is the cylinder times the height of the cone, which is 5. We're going to take all that and we're going to add it to 1/3 times pi times 6 squared, because the radius is the same, times the height of the cone, which is 4. Now this becomes 36. 36 times 5 is going to be 180, and then we're going to tack on our pi at the end. This becomes 36, and then 1/3 of 36 is 12, and then 12 times 4 is 48. So we get 48, and then we tack on our pi here. So the total volume is 228 pi. Now remember, this is what we call the exact value. And then the volume, if I plug in 3.14 for pi, I get 716.28 meters cubed. So that's the total volume for that shape.